This house costs over $2 million and the in-law suite is only separated by a thin wall from the kids' playroom. This one costs over $1 million and yet somehow multiple families are still fighting over the same washer and dryer. A home is one of the biggest expenses you'll ever have. And even if it looks beautiful, it can still be incredibly stressful to live in because so many layouts completely ignore how big families actually live together. And I just want to reassure you, it's not your family that's the problem. It's the layout. And in this video, I want to show you the 7 worst layout mistakes for big families and just how to avoid them. And so the first on the list is no true privacy between generations. One of the biggest problems I see in big families or multi-generational homes is the lack of total privacy. You've got parents and kids, sometimes even grandparents, just all sharing walls. You've got a rec room that's beside the in-law suite's bedroom, and it might look good on paper, but in real life, it can become a lot. You have noise transfer, no boundaries, no real sense of separation. In my opinion, a good layout should have 2 things. First being that it should make it easy just to be together, but then second, still give everyone that room to breathe. And so as mentioned, we just want a floor plan that just really allows everybody to have their own space, but then really come together if they want to. And so here's a floor plan that really just embodies that in my opinion here. Right off the side here, we have one suite essentially where this could be your grandparents or someone who wants to live on the main floor, not be too far from the main living area here. And then we have the third living spot, which is just over here. We'll get upstairs here in just a second. But as you can see here, all 3 areas are separated. They have their own space. They have their own entrances and exits. And so there's really no stepping over each other's toes. And then when we look upstairs here, kind of similar thing here. This is over top of the garage. We have 2 more bedrooms. And then, over in the main house here, we have another 4 bedrooms. And so everything is segregated properly. No one's stepping on each other's toes. And so this is what I want you to look for when looking for floor plans. Now, the second one is only one functioning kitchen or laundry area. And the thing is, you'd be surprised with how many homes are putting suites in or have suites for their kids, parents, or grandparents, but only have one working kitchen or one working laundry area. And at first people think, well, this will be fine, right? It'll work. But when real life hits, you've got one family trying to make dinner while the other one's doing laundry, or there's always something going on and everybody just ends up in each other's way. And it's really not that peaceful. So if you're going to be sharing a home, you need to have spaces that let each family run their own routine without tripping over each other. Now, when it comes to just kitchens and laundries, it's just essential that each have their own, especially when bigger families, or maybe you have 2 families living in one floor plan here. So I just want to show you this floor plan right here. As you can see, this is the lower floor right here. They have their own kitchen. They have their own washer and dryer, so there's no need to go upstairs and essentially go bug the other people. And then on the main floor here, we have the kitchen. And then I think I've seen it. Yeah, it's right there, the laundry service. So both people have their own sets of laundry, have their own sets of kitchens. That way there's no walking over each other's toes. And so when you're looking for a floor plan, just look to make sure they have 2 kitchens and 2 laundries. That way you just don't have those kind of issues. Number 3 is bedrooms clustered too close to each other. And this one catches a lot of families off guard. You got on the listing, 4 bedrooms are right beside each other, or they're all stacked from, basement to upper floor, all on one side of the floor plan, which may sound great, but in reality, it's just going to be a noise nightmare. You've got kids staying up late, someone's watching TV, maybe you got a baby crying, and suddenly nobody's getting any sleep. Because when you stack all those bedrooms on one side, privacy just goes out the window. In my opinion, the best layouts space them out and they use small buffers, things like closets, hallways, or bathrooms, just to give everybody a little bit of breathing room. Now I'm gonna go back to this other floor plan here that I showed you earlier when it comes to bedrooms, because I think this floor plan really emphasizes that. And so as you can see here in the tan color, we have bedroom number 1, bedroom number 2, bedroom number 3 on the main floor, and there's lots of space in between all of these bedrooms. Now, when we come to the upstairs, similar thing. We have bedroom, I think that's number 4, number 5. We have this buffer zone here, so there's noise transfer is not going to be as much. We have, what is this, number 7, 8, 9, and 10. And so buffer between here. And then also when you're looking at the master here, there's a bigger wall, so it's going to limit the amount of noise transfer. And then obviously this bedroom over here by itself, there's going to be no transfer at all. So this is what I'm talking about. Now, you're not going to have this in every single home, but this is what I'm saying when it comes to bedroom noise, you just want them not all on one side. You want them separated so that it just limits the amount of noise that you hear between bedrooms. Number 4 being undersized or minimal common and entertaining areas. A lot of big families fall in love with the bedroom count. And don't get me wrong, I'm not disagreeing the bedroom count, but you forget to look at the size of the common areas that are in the floor plan as well. Because if there's only one small living room and no rec room at all, it can make daily life just really tough. Because I want you to think about birthday parties, holidays, or just even regular weekends, right? You got the adults over, you got friends over, they want to chat by themselves, and you got kids screaming, running around because there's nowhere for them to go. And I guess the alternative here is they could go to their bedrooms, but that's not really ideal as well. And so a great family home just needs to have space where everybody can get together, but then also have space where the kids can just go be kids. So here's a floor plan that really speaks to the limited or just minimal common and just rec room areas. And what I want you to think about as well is just when you're looking at these floor plans, looking at properties, is don't be afraid just to like bust down a wall. We'll see here in this floor plan what I'm talking about, and just rearranging things so that it fits your lifestyle here. And so as we can see here in this floor plan here, we have the upstairs, right? We're looking at the upstairs. There's really, no extra rec room or area. So there's no kids that can go upstairs unless they go into their own bedrooms. The main floor here, obviously this office here could be a flex room, but if it's going to be an office, well, then obviously that's going to be off limits. And then we look downstairs here, we have the second living area, which is literally this area here. And there's no extra area there. So for the upstairs people, typically it's nice to have one where the kids can just go out, go away, and go play. And so my thoughts were on a property like this is that this wall here, you could literally just wall off and then extend this closet here and then take down this wall here so that this entire area would be that second rec room. And that's what you really want. You just want a spot for the adults to have their conversations, and another spots where the kids can just go and play, and it's not one of their bedrooms. So don't be afraid just to adjust the floor plan as necessary. Now, the next one, number 5 here, is no storage space. When you've got a big family or even multiple families living under one roof, stuff just adds up fast. You've got kids' sports gear, strollers, seasonal clothes, or, maybe you have it where both families just go to Costco at the same time and the pantry is now just packed because all this stuff has to go somewhere. And if your home doesn't have a proper storage system, the clutter ends up in the hallways, the laundry room, right? It just ends up everywhere. Or let's be honest here, if you go look at your garage right now, it's probably stacked to the ceiling high of stuff. And the thing is, a lack of storage doesn't just make the home messy. It just makes everyday life just harder because you're trying to find things, you just don't know where it is. It can become overwhelming. And so now I just want to show you just some options or just things to think about when you're talking about storage, right? Because a lot of times these bigger families or two families, there's going to be a lot of extras that need to go places. And so just looking at this floor plan here, this is the first living area, and then the rest of the house is the other one. And so this one area here literally just has a closet. Now, if this is like a multi-generational property, there's always the garage here that can be used. And then when you're talking about the other areas, we don't even really have a pantry. We have basically a walk kitchen, so a second kitchen there. And then upstairs, we have the walk-in closet here, closet here, closet here, closet here. And so there's really no extra space. And so everything is going to end up in the garage area here, which is fine. But what I want you to think about is that, well, do I need my garage to park my cars in? Because if you don't, then maybe you can use the garage just as strictly storage, or if you get some storage bins or things that hang from the ceiling, then you can utilize that space more effectively. But what I wanted to draw your attention to is just the outside of the home, the driveway, the road, the yard. Like, is there extra spots for parking so that I don't need that garage as much, where maybe I just need one parking spot? Because if you needed 2, then there's going to be less storage space available in that garage. And so as we can see here, just an example, this is the same house here. We have the road that goes right there. As you can see, there's no parking, looks like, on the road. So that's going to be off limits here. But then when we look at the driveway here, we have, if we compare it to the driveway next door, we have that truck there. You could probably fit 4 parking spots on that driveway, and then really 1 in the garage. And so you have a total of 5 parking spots. And now when we're thinking multi-generational, thinking big families, it's something to consider is like, is there enough parking spots for what I'm wanting to do here? And so that's why I just like to say, look out the outside, look at the driveways, the walkways, the the road, just to see how that's going to affect your storage capacity in your garage. Now, this next one, no ground floor suite or aging in place being an option, it's all about thinking practically. Because right now, stairs might feel easy. Maybe they're no problem at all. But the thing is, life changes, right? Parents age, someone gets injured, kids grow up, and suddenly that layout that once worked now doesn't. And I just want to add to this. If you have parents or grandparents living in the basement suite, you want to make sure that that suite is actually level with the ground, not fully underground. Because if they have to take a set of stairs just to get outside, that can become a huge challenge down the road, say 5, 10, or even 15 years. And here's the thing, moving is expensive. You want to move as little as possible. Now, just to give you an idea of what this actually looks like, here's just a couple houses that just get this right. And so I want to use a similar floor plan as I did to the previous one, just talking about the extra suite or the space for your grandparents or older parents, and really just thinking about that spot of being able to age in place. Because the last thing you want to do is move because it gets expensive. And so as you can see here, from this floor plan here, this suite here, 2 bedrooms, is on the main floor, so the same floor as this whole house here. Obviously, the house being that you get access to this side here. And it's really, this is a genius floor plan. I really enjoy this one. Or you can have it where the main of the living for the main house is more upstairs and downstairs, but obviously this floor plan is just a little bit bigger to allow for the main kitchen and the secondary suite and kitchen to be on the same floor. But it's just things to think about when you're thinking about aging, thinking about your grandparents, that, you know, the stairs just can become a little bit much. And so when you're looking at floor plans, I highly advise you to stay away from these suites that are in the ground, they have stairs required, just so that essentially they can age well in those areas. Now, the last one here, and this is a biggie, no future mindset when choosing a floor plan. Right now, the home might feel perfect. Everybody fits in, the layout makes sense, no complaints today. But the thing is, families change. Kids get older, parents might move in, someone might start working from home. Life doesn't freeze the day you move in. And remember, like I said earlier, moving is expensive. The goal isn't just to buy a home that barely works right now, and then you find yourself house hunting, let's say 2, 3, 4 years from now, because you want a place that gives you options. Maybe that's a bonus room that becomes a bedroom down the road. Or maybe it's a basement that can be finished later. Or there's an extra space to add a second laundry if life demands it. Because the best homes are the ones that can keep up with your family 5, 10, 15 years from now. And so that is what I want you to start thinking about when you're looking at homes. And if you are starting to look at homes, don't get blindsided by the real cost of buying, because there are a few things buyers just never see coming, and they can hit hard. So if that's you, go watch this video right here. I'll break it all down for you so you don't have to worry. I even built a calculator that's super handy and easy to use. So go check out this one next. As always, I appreciate you sticking around with me, and I'll see you in the next one.